That's quite a cool riff, actually.
In the immortal words of Queen, another one bites the dust. But in the world of Fox News, it's not just one, it's a whole constellation of fallen stars. Welcome to our deep dive into the ever-tumultuous world of Fox News, where careers can skyrocket to dizzying heights one moment, only to come crashing down the next. Today, we're pulling back the shame-stained curtain on the network's most shocking departures. The anchors and talking heads who went from primetime to past tense faster than you can say breaking news. From controversial comments to behind-the-scenes scandals, we'll explore the reasons behind these sudden exits that left viewers stunned and social media buzzing. These aren't just job losses. They're cautionary tales of how quickly the mighty can fall in the cutthroat world of cable news. Steel your nerves and sharpen your wits as we navigate the treacherous waters of media stardom gone awry. We're about to embark on a journey through Fox's Hall of Infamy, where yesterday's media darlings become today's cautionary tales. Tucker Carlson.
Two people with knowledge of the discussions say the night before Fox settled the case with Dominion for nearly $800 million, top executives and board members learned of, quote, highly offensive and crude messages Carlson sent in the past, and it triggered a crisis.
Tucker Carlson's meteoric rise and sudden fall at Fox News is a story that encapsulates the volatile nature of cable news stardom. Joining the network in 2009 as a contributor, Carlson quickly became one of the most recognizable faces in conservative media. His ascent to primetime in 2016 marked the beginning of a new era for Fox News, with Tucker Carlson Tonight becoming the most watched cable news show in its time slot. Carlson's provocative style and willingness to push boundaries made him a lightning rod for controversy. He faced numerous scandals, including accusations of promoting white nationalist talking points and spreading misinformation about the COVID-19 pandemic and the 2020 election. Despite these controversies, or perhaps because of them, Carlson's ratings continued to soar. However, his reign came to an abrupt end in April 2023, when Fox News announced they had agreed to part ways. The timing of his departure, coming shortly after Fox's $787.5 million settlement with Dominion Voting Systems, led to widespread speculation about the real reasons behind his exit. Carlson's departure sent shockwaves through the media landscape, leaving a void in Fox News' primetime lineup and raising questions about the future direction of the network. Bill O'Reilly.
There was no reason. They had a contractual clause that they could pay me a certain amount of money and not put me on the air. And they exercised that.
But why did they exercise that? What was the reason they said they were exercising that? There was a sponsor boycott engineered by Media Matters, the radical left group, and the sponsor boycott unsettled some people at Fox News. You were accused of sexual harassment. Mm-hmm. You said at the time you did absolutely nothing wrong. Correct. Do you stand by that?
I do.
For over 2 decades, Bill O'Reilly was the undisputed king of cable news. His show, The O'Reilly Factor, dominated ratings and set the tone for Fox News' primetime lineup. O'Reilly's combative interview style and no-spin zone catchphrase made him a conservative icon and a formidable presence in American political discourse. He joined Fox News at its inception in 1996 and quickly became its most recognizable star. However, O'Reilly's career was marked by controversy from the beginning. He faced multiple allegations of sexual harassment throughout his tenure at Fox News, with the first public accusation coming in 2004 when he settled a lawsuit with a former producer. Despite these early warning signs, O'Reilly's star continued to rise, buoyed by his high ratings and influence. The dam finally broke in April 2017 when the New York Times revealed that O'Reilly and Fox had settled multiple sexual harassment claims, paying a combined $13 million to women who accused him of harassment. The revelation sparked a massive advertiser exodus from The O'Reilly Factor, putting immense pressure on Fox News. Despite initially standing by their star, the network was forced to cut ties with O'Reilly later that month. His departure marked the end of an era for Fox News and highlighted the growing power of the #MeToo movement in holding powerful men accountable for their actions. Roger Ailes.
She's making a very, very salacious allegation here, which is that other women at Fox News effectively got promoted because they did not rebuff Roger Ailes' sexual advances.
The fall of Roger Ailes, the founding CEO of Fox News, sent shockwaves through the media world and marked a turning point in the network's history. Ailes, a former Republican media consultant, launched Fox News in 1996 with backing from Rupert Murdoch. Under his leadership, the network became a conservative media juggernaut, consistently topping cable news ratings and wielding significant influence in Republican politics. Ailes was known for his ruthless management style and his ability to spot and nurture talent, turning personalities like Bill O'Reilly and Sean Hannity into household names. However, his reign came to an ignominious end in July 2016 when former Fox News anchor Gretchen Carlson filed a sexual harassment lawsuit against him. Carlson's suit opened the floodgates with multiple women, including star anchor Megyn Kelly, coming forward with similar allegations. Despite initially receiving support from the Murdoch family, Ailes was forced to resign just 2 weeks after Carlson's lawsuit was filed. He left the network with a reported $40 million exit package, but his reputation was in tatters. Ailes' departure exposed a culture of sexism and harassment at Fox News, leading to a series of high-profile exits and settlements. He died less than a year later in May 2017, leaving behind a complicated legacy as both a media visionary and a symbol of workplace misconduct, Megyn Kelly.
And now what I get, Spencer, is tons of people saying, like, when are you going to get back on TV? When are you going to get back on TV? And I tell them the truth, which is I have no desire to do that. I love my life right now. And it's not like I didn't get here without some bumps and bruises.
Megyn Kelly's departure from Fox News, while less scandalous than some others, marked a significant shift in the network's lineup and Kelly's own career trajectory. Kelly joined Fox News in 2004 as a legal correspondent and quickly rose through the ranks, impressing executives with her sharp intellect and on-air presence. By 2013, she was hosting her own primetime show, The Kelly File, which became the second most watched program on cable news. Kelly's star power reached new heights during the 2016 presidential election when she famously confronted then-candidate Donald Trump about his treatment of women during a Republican primary debate. This moment, while cementing her reputation as a tough interviewer, also led to a public feud with Trump that would continue throughout the election cycle. In January 2017, Kelly announced she was leaving Fox News for NBC News, a move that shocked many in the industry. While not a firing, her departure was seen as a major loss for Fox and a coup for NBC. However, Kelly's tenure at NBC was short-lived and tumultuous. Her Sunday night news magazine show failed to gain traction, and her move to morning television ended in controversy over comments about blackface in Halloween costumes. Kelly's story serves as a cautionary tale about the challenges of transitioning between different media environments and the pitfalls of becoming the story rather than reporting it. Glenn Beck.
And John, they're trying to make this seem like a friendly divorce.
This is clearly a marriage that went sour, George. Falling ratings, fleeing advertisers, and like many divorces, it had at least one partner that kept on saying things that, well, that went pretty far.
This president, I think, has exposed himself as a guy over and over and over again who has a deep-seated hatred for white people or the white culture. I don't know what it is.
Glenn Beck's tenure at Fox News was brief but impactful, marked by high ratings and increasingly outlandish commentary. Beck joined the network in 2009 after a stint at CNN Headline News, bringing with him a devoted following and a penchant for conspiracy theories. His show quickly became a ratings hit, attracting over 2 million viewers nightly. Beck's emotional, often tearful performances and use of props like his famous chalkboard became signature elements of his show. However, Beck's time at Fox was rife with controversy. He famously called President Obama a racist with a deep-seated hatred for white people, leading to an advertiser exodus. His chalkboard presentations often veered into conspiracy theory territory, connecting disparate events and people in ways that many found far-fetched or offensive. As Beck's rhetoric became more extreme, Fox News executives reportedly grew concerned about the impact on the network's reputation. In April 2011, Fox News announced that Beck would be transitioning off his daily program. While positioned as a mutual decision, reports suggested that the network had grown weary of Beck's controversial statements and the resulting advertiser boycotts. Beck's departure highlighted the delicate balance Fox News tried to strike between provocative commentary and mainstream credibility. Ed Henry.
A moment now for some news about the co-anchor of this program, Ed Henry. After a recent claim and investigation involving sexual misconduct in the workplace, Ed has been terminated from Fox News.
Ed Henry's career at Fox News came to a sudden and ignominious end in 2020, marking another chapter in the network's ongoing struggle with sexual misconduct allegations. Henry joined Fox News in 2011 after 7 years at CNN, quickly establishing himself as a rising star within the network. He served as the chief White House correspondent before being promoted to co-anchor of America's Newsroom, a 3-hour morning news program. Henry's fall from grace began in 2016 when he took a brief leave of absence following reports of an extramarital affair. However, it was a lawsuit filed in 2020 by a former employee that ultimately led to his downfall. The lawsuit accused Henry of sexual harassment and assault, allegations that Fox News deemed credible enough to warrant immediate action. In July 2020, the network fired Henry, citing willful sexual misconduct in the workplace. Fox News emphasized that they had taken swift action upon receiving the complaint, perhaps mindful of past criticism over their handling of similar situations. Henry's case highlighted the ongoing challenges faced by news organizations in addressing workplace misconduct and the potential risks of elevating personalities to prominent positions without thorough vetting. Eric Bolling.
It is Eric Bolling. 14 sources revealed to the Huffington Post about a month ago, I believe, that at least 3 current and former Fox colleagues of his said that he had sent them inappropriate text messages, including photos of male genitalia, although, importantly, no clarification yet of whether it was his genitalia.
Eric Bolling's departure from Fox News in 2017 came amid a wave of sexual harassment scandals that rocked the network. Bolling had been a fixture at Fox since joining Fox Business Network in 2007, known for his financial expertise and conservative commentary. He later became a co-host on Fox News' popular panel show, The Five, before launching his own program, The Specialists, in May 2017. However, Bolling's career at Fox came to an abrupt end just 3 months later, when HuffPost reported that he had sent unsolicited lewd photos to at least 3 female colleagues. The allegations against Bolling were particularly damaging given the network's recent history with sexual harassment claims. Fox News suspended Bolling pending an investigation into the allegations, which he vehemently denied. In an unusual move, Bolling sued the reporter who broke the story for defamation, seeking $50 million in damages. Despite his protestations of innocence, Fox News announced in September 2017 that they had parted ways with Bolling, effectively terminating his employment. The swift action taken against Bolling demonstrated Fox News' increased sensitivity to sexual harassment allegations in the wake of the Roger Ailes and Bill O'Reilly scandals. Jeanine Pirro.
Think about it. Omar wears a hijab, which according to the Quran 33:59 tells women to cover so they won't get molested. Is her adherence to this Islamic doctrine indicative of her adherence to Sharia law, which in itself is antithetical to the United States Constitution?
Judge Jeanine Pirro's tumultuous relationship with Fox News came to a head in March 2019 when she was suspended for 2 weeks following controversial comments about Representative Ilhan Omar. Pirro, a former prosecutor and judge who joined Fox News in 2006, had built a reputation for her fiery conservative commentary and unwavering support for President Trump. Her show, Justice with Judge Jeanine, was a Saturday night ratings hit for the network. However, Pirro's inflammatory remarks about Omar's hijab, suggesting it might be indicative of her adherence to Sharia law, which in itself is antithetical to the United States Constitution, crossed a line for Fox News. The network issued a rare public rebuke, stating that Pirro's comments do not reflect those of the network, and we have addressed the matter with her directly. While Pirro eventually returned to the air, her suspension marked a significant moment in Fox News' struggle to balance provocative commentary with journalistic standards. Pirro's case highlighted the network's increasing sensitivity to public backlash and advertiser concerns in the wake of previous controversies. Shepard Smith.
if you feel like the Fox viewers were getting mis or disinformation, I was there to make sure that they got it straight. There were a lot of others in there who were trying to do the same thing, but I thought to just abandon it and to deprive those viewers of, it wasn't just me, I mean, there's an entire team of people getting the news to the air, to deny them that with the thought that they might replace it with opinion instead seemed a little selfish. So I stuck with it for as long as I could. And at some point, I realized I've reached a point of diminishing returns, and I left.
Shepard Smith's departure from Fox News in October 2019 marked the exit of one of the network's few voices willing to challenge the Trump administration and fact-check misleading statements from other Fox News personalities. Smith had been with Fox News since its inception in 1996, becoming one of its most recognizable faces and respected journalists. Known for his straight news approach, Smith often found himself at odds with the network's opinion hosts, particularly in the Trump era. He publicly clashed with Tucker Carlson and was criticized by President Trump himself for his fact-checking and skeptical coverage of the administration. Smith's willingness to contradict narratives pushed by other Fox News hosts made him a polarizing figure within the network. In October 2019, Smith abruptly announced his departure from Fox News, effective immediately. While positioned as Smith's decision, many speculated that tensions within the network had led to his exit. His departure raised questions about Fox News' commitment to straight news reporting and highlighted the growing divide between the network's news and opinion sides. Melissa Francis.
And I don't care. I don't need to be on television. I've been on television since I was 6 months old. I am lucky enough to be in a position where I don't support my family. So I will die on this motherfucking mountain before I will let this go, because I am really mad.
Melissa Francis's departure from Fox News in 2020 came in a particularly jarring manner, highlighting the sometimes brutal nature of media departures. Francis joined Fox Business Network in 2012 and later became a co-host on Fox News Outnumbered. She was also an anchor on Fox Business Network, building a reputation as a knowledgeable financial commentator. However, behind the scenes, Francis was reportedly engaged in a dispute with the network over pay equity. In 2020, she filed a gender-based pay discrimination claim against Fox News, alleging that she was paid less than her male counterparts. The tensions came to a head in October 2020 when Francis learned of her firing in a shocking and impersonal manner. According to Francis, she read, "You've been canceled" on her teleprompter moments before going on air. This abrupt and callous method of termination sparked controversy and highlighted the tensions between Francis and the network. The incident raised questions about Fox News' treatment of its employees and its handling of pay equity issues. Geraldo Rivera.
So it doesn't look like I'm going to be on the 5. I mean, I'm not going to be on the 5. I've been fired from the 5, and as a result of that, I quit Fox.
Geraldo Rivera's departure from Fox News in 2023 marked the end of a 22-year run at the network, highlighting the challenges faced by more moderate voices in an increasingly polarized media landscape. Rivera joined Fox News in 2001 after a long and storied career in journalism, including stints at ABC News and hosting his own talk show. At Fox, he served in various roles, including as a war correspondent, weekend anchor, and most recently as a panelist on The Five. Throughout his tenure, Rivera often found himself at odds with his more conservative co-hosts, particularly on issues like immigration and the Trump administration. His willingness to challenge right-wing orthodoxy made him a unique voice at Fox News, but also put him increasingly at odds with the network's dominant narrative. In June 2023, Rivera announced in a video posted to social media that he had been fired from The Five, and as a result of that, "I quit Fox." This unexpected exit highlighted the sometimes contentious relationship between Rivera and the network's more conservative voices and raised questions about the place of dissenting opinions at Fox News. Rivera's departure served as another example of the network's shift towards a more uniformly conservative outlook, potentially at the expense of ideological diversity. Kimberly Guilfoyle.
Fox News chairman Rupert Murdoch appeared to confirm that former Fox host Kimberly Guilfoyle was pushed out of the company because of inappropriate behavior, adding some weight behind some previous reporting alleging that she was sexually harassing an assistant of hers while she was at Fox.
Kimberly Guilfoyle's abrupt exit from Fox News in July 2018 came amid a cloud of controversy and speculation. Guilfoyle had been a prominent figure at the network since 2006, co-hosting the popular show The Five, and frequently appearing on other Fox News programs. Known for her fiery rhetoric and unwavering support for conservative causes, Guilfoyle had become a favorite among the network's right-wing audience. However, her departure was shrouded in mystery, with initial reports suggesting she was leaving to campaign for Republican candidates in the 2018 midterm elections. It later emerged that Guilfoyle's exit was less voluntary than initially portrayed. HuffPost reported that her departure came after an internal investigation into allegations of inappropriate behavior, including showing colleagues photos of male genitalia and discussing sexual matters at work. While Guilfoyle denied these allegations, the circumstances of her departure raised questions about the workplace culture at Fox News and the network's handling of misconduct allegations in the wake of previous scandals. Bob Beckel.
The only way to fix this is to
you know, you do that one more time, you're fucking
you have to look at programs. You have to reform entitlements. The only way to fix it is that. So we have to do that.
Can we, you know what, Obama pledged to fix entitlements. I guess we got to go.
I apologize. I didn't
anyway,
really, it didn't get all the way out. It didn't go all the way out.
Bob Beckel's tumultuous relationship with Fox News ended in May 2017 when he was fired for the second time in 2 years. Beckel, a former Democratic strategist, had been a longtime co-host on The Five, where he often served as the lone liberal voice. His first departure from the network came in 2015, officially due to personal issues related to substance abuse. However, his return to Fox News in 2017 was short-lived. Just a few months after his comeback, Beckel was abruptly fired again, this time for allegedly making a racist remark to an African-American employee. Fox News' swift action in terminating Beckel demonstrated the network's increased sensitivity to issues of racial discrimination in the workplace. Beckel's case highlighted the challenges of maintaining diverse viewpoints on a predominantly conservative network and the potential pitfalls of on-air personalities with a history of controversial statements. Stacey Dash.
Like he could give a, excuse me, like he could care less. He could care less. And here we have 14 people dead. Today is the anniversary of Pearl Harbor, okay? His speech should have had a lot more passion.
Stacey Dash's brief and controversial tenure at Fox News came to an end in January 2017, when the network decided not to renew her contract. Dash, best known for her role in the 1995 film Clueless, joined Fox News as a contributor in 2014. During her time at the network, she became known for her provocative and often divisive comments on race and politics. Dash faced significant backlash for suggesting that Black History Month should be abolished and for her criticism of the #OscarsSoWhite movement. Her departure from Fox News coincided with the network's broader shift in the wake of the 2016 election. While Fox News did not provide a specific reason for not renewing Dash's contract, her exit underscored the network's evolving approach to commentary and its sensitivity to public perception. Ralph Peters.
This is a president who restrains our military. He uses it not to defeat ISIS, but for political purposes, for political cover. This is a president who doesn't want to hurt our enemies. This is a president who cares more about thugs in Guantanamo or thugs in Ferguson, Missouri, than he does about law-abiding American citizens and their right to live in safety and peace.
Lieutenant Colonel Ralph Peters' dramatic exit from Fox News in March 2018 made headlines when he accused the network of having become a propaganda machine for the Trump administration. Peters, a retired U.S. Army officer and longtime foreign policy analyst for Fox News, had been a regular contributor to the network since 2009. Known for his hawkish views on national security, Peters had been a respected voice on military and foreign affairs. However, he became increasingly critical of Fox News coverage of the Trump administration, particularly regarding Russia. In a scathing email to colleagues announcing his departure, Peters accused the network of assaulting our constitutional order and the rule of law. His exit highlighted the growing tensions within Fox News between those who embraced the network's pro-Trump stance and those who sought to maintain a more traditional conservative approach. Trish Regan.
We've reached a tipping point. The chorus of hate being leveled at the president is nearing a crescendo as Democrats blame him and only him for a virus that originated halfway around the world. This is yet another attempt to impeach the president.
Trish Regan's departure from Fox Business Network in March 2020 came in the wake of controversial comments about the COVID-19 pandemic. Regan, who had been with the network since 2015 and hosted her own primetime show, faced significant backlash after suggesting that concerns about the coronavirus were part of a plot to impeach President Trump. In a segment that went viral, Regan accused Democrats of creating mass hysteria to encourage a market sell-off and harm Trump's re-election chances. Fox Business initially suspended Regan's show, citing the need to dedicate resources to coverage of the pandemic. However, just 2 weeks later, the network announced that it had parted ways with Regan. Her exit underscored the challenges faced by news organizations in balancing opinion programming with responsible coverage of public health crises. Andrea Tantaros.
I had been complaining about sexual harassment and retaliation, Amy, a year before the scandal even broke out at Fox News Channel. The first to complain.
Before Gretchen Carlson.
Before Gretchen Carlson. And my complaints crescendoed about harassment and retaliation. And when they got to a fever pitch, that's the point where all of a sudden they made up this pretext that I had violated a book contract.
Andrea Tantaros' contentious departure from Fox News in April 2016 added another chapter to the network's ongoing struggles with sexual harassment allegations. Tantaros, who had co-hosted Outnumbered and The Five, claimed she was taken off the air in retaliation for complaining about sexual harassment by Roger Ailes and other Fox News executives. In August 2016, she filed a lawsuit against the network, Ailes, and several other executives, describing Fox News as a sex-fueled Playboy mansion-like cult. Fox News countered that Tantaros had been suspended for violating company policy by not allowing the network to vet her book before publication. The legal battle between Tantaros and Fox News became increasingly bitter, with the network accusing her of fabricating claims. Tantaros' case, along with those of Gretchen Carlson and others, contributed to the growing scrutiny of Fox News workplace culture and its treatment of female employees. Now it's time to hear from you. Which Fox News departure shocked you the most? And who do you think will be the next big name to leave the network? Share your thoughts in the comments section down below.